we will map it as this is 0, this is -1. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll just mark it as 1, 2, and 3. Okay. If it continues further, like it's 1, 2, 3, dot, dot, dot. So what we will do, we will do 4 also, and we'll just highlight the arrow there. If it is including, then we put a, for example, if it's equal to, it's less than equal to something, then the line starts like this. If it's only less than or equal to, we will have a circle over there on the line. For if it's 3, so this will be 3, this is 3. Okay, like that. Okay, let's quickly do one. Solve this equation. We won't do this in depth. We just take a brief overview. Quickly solve this. Let me know what will be the number line looking like. First, tell me the solution. Siddhant, that is correct. Rest of you send me your answer. What the value of x be equal to? Arjun, can you solve this?
Sir, actually I logged in right now, so
Sarah Patil.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what do we do over here? Sarah Vastani, that is correct.
Sorry, sir. Can you please repeat?
Yeah, what do we do? How do we solve this?
First we transpose 14 to the other side, so it becomes 1 minus 14.
Minus 2x is less than 6 minus 14. Yeah, correct.
And
How much does that work out to
6
be?
minus 8.
Okay.
Minus 8.
Yeah.
So then, so I think it would be
Now, what do we? Your voice is breaking. What did you say? X is?
x is greater than minus 4.
No, minus 8 divided by minus 2 will be?
Less than. X is less than minus 4.
No. X is greater than 4, because what we will do, we'll divide this by minus 2 and this by minus 2. So minus 2 minus gets cuts, minus gets cut, we'll get 8.2, which is 4, and the sign changes. So if we look at the number line now, x is greater than 4. It's not equal to, so if this is the number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, it's a member of a real number. So since 4 is not including, we'll do this. And we'll just highlight all the rest of the portion. Since it's real number, all the entire number line has to be highlighted. Is this clear, everyone? Okay, that's all you need to know about the number line. It's not in the syllabus, but it helps you to solve the equations carefully and, to see, visually remember what we need to do. So we'll be moving on to the next chapter. Let's do mensuration. We haven't touched that. This is chapter 20, area of trapezium and polygon. Give me a minute. Just one sec.
Sir, I actually typed it wrong. That's chapter 21, not 20. I realized that now.
Yeah, I understand that, but the problem is that if we don't, how do they expect you to learn about surface area without understanding what is area? The problem is that. So if we don't understand area, surface area becomes complicated. So what we will do is we will quickly first go through chapter 20, understand what is area, and then we will go on to surface area, because surface area is the 3D figure of 2D shapes. Okay. Is everyone understanding what I'm trying to do now? So what we will do is we will basically understand all the concepts in area, which is basically area of 2D shapes. And then we will go on to the next chapter, which is the surface area. For example, in area, these are 2D shapes. So when we have a square, in 3D, we have a cube. So once we know the area of a square, we can easily convert it to the area of a cube. Is this clear? So we are doing area, which is chapter 20, even though it's not in your syllabus, we will still understand this because this is the basics of mensuration throughout till 10th. Okay. So quickly, let's try to understand this. Most of this you already know. So we're going to take a few examples, area and perimeter. We are starting with areas of trapeziums and polygons. Okay, let's start with the basic one, square. What is the area of a square, Aryan? Aryan, are you there? Aryan, area of a square?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I cannot hear you. Your voice is not clear.
Sir, it is 3 into sides.
What into side?
Sir, 3 times side.
No, not 3 times side, side squared.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Because we
Yes,
have
sir.
a square. This is a side. Let's say this is A and this is A. So area is this entire portion inside, which will be A squared.
Yes, sir.
And what will be the perimeter? What will be perimeter? Perimeter
Sir,
is
it will be
perimeter is the boundary. So how many times will the boundary be there? 4 times A?
4 times 8.
Okay. These are basic concepts that you should know. Rectangle. Mahuri? Area?
Area of the rectangle, it is length into breadth.
And what is the perimeter?
Twice length plus breadth.
2 into L plus B? Okay. Triangle. Sarah Patel?
Triangle, it would be. Sir, I don't know.
You don't know the area of a triangle? I think you've done this in 5th standard.
Is it height into base?
No. No.
Um,
Think of a rectangle. I can divide the rectangle into 2 equal parts. So can you relate it to anything related to this? Sarah Vastani? Area of triangle?
Sir, is it height into breadth into length?
No. We don't have a length in a triangle. Which is the length in a triangle, Sarah?
Base?
No. Siddhant? Siddhant Singhal?
Yes, sir. Is it 1/2 base into height?
Yes. Half base into height. So if I have a triangle, you know the height is from opposite vertex at a 90-degree angle. This is the height into the base and into half of it. Okay. And what will be the perimeter of a triangle? Any idea, anyone?
So addition of all 3 sides.
All 3 sides. Just add the 3 sides. Okay. Triangle, for a triangle in which the sides is not given, the height is not given, we have another formula which is called the Heron's formula. That will be taught to you next year. So we have another formula which takes all the 3 sides into consideration. For example, if it's a scalene triangle. This we will have next year, not this year. Okay. Triangle is the perimeter is sum of sides. Okay. Next figure, parallelogram. Anybody knows what's a parallelogram, I hope? Opposite sides are equal and parallel. What is the formula for area of a parallelogram? It's base into height. Again, so we will have a parallelogram. You know these figures already, right? So from any one side, we drop the height here and we take any one side, which is the base here. So it's base into height. Trapezium again will be the sum of the parallel sides, sum of all the sides. We don't need to do the perimeter for that. Trapezium. Can anybody tell me what is a trapezium? What kind of a figure or polygon is a trapezium? We have 2 parallel sides and 2 non-parallel sides. Okay. So the area of a trapezium will be, any ideas, anyone? It is half the sum of the parallel sides into the height. Again, from here we drop 90-degree line. This is the height. So this is A1 and A2. So here it will become, that works out to basically be half H into A1 plus A2. Is anybody not understanding this? Please raise your hand if you're not understanding these concepts. Circle. Yes, Sarah Vastani, what is the problem? Which part are you getting a doubt in?
Sir, I'm not understanding trapezium, the area of trapezium.
Okay, I'll explain that to you with the help of an example. Circle, anyone knows the formula for a circle? Area of a circle? Come on, you should be knowing this.
Okay, let me just check. Twice pi r square.
What is R over here?
22/7.
R. Not pi.
Radius?
Radius.
Radius.
Right, and pi is 22/7. And what is the circumference of a circle or the perimeter of a circle, which is also the circumference? Formula for that?
So 2 pi r.
2 pi r or pi d. because 2r is equal to d. So we can even say pi d, where d is the diameter. Okay. Everyone, please copy this down. These are the basic formulas which will be used throughout, even till 10th, 11th, 12th, and onwards. These are the basic formulas for mensuration.
So what is the perimeter for parallelogram?
Just the sum of the sides. There is no formula as such. We just add the opposite sides twice into opposite sides. The parallelogram has the opposite sides equal and parallel, so we'll just add twice of them. Everyone copy these down. If there's any doubt in any formula, ask me. I want everyone to mark these formulas up. These are very important formulas which are going to be used throughout your academic career. Done. Is anybody still copying the formulas? Raise your hand if you're still copying anything. Everyone, please copy it down. Don't take it for granted. The next part will be difficult if you don't know these formulas, because we can easily derive the formulas for 3D figures once we know this. Yes, Sarah, I will explain trapezium with the help of an example. Just give me 2 minutes. Let everyone finish copying this. Is everyone done? Okay. Let's take an area for trapezium. Sarah Vastani, unmute yourself. What is a trapezium? It's a polygon which we have two sides parallel to each other, and we have two non-parallel sides, right? What does I say the area of a trapezium is?
Half into sum of all sides.
Half into
Sum of all sides.
sum of the parallel sides
Yes.
into the height. Please update your formula carefully. Read it carefully if you've not written it properly. It's the sum of the parallel sides. This is parallel
Right.
into
Yes,
height.
sir.
into height. Now, what is the height from the higher vertex? I take a line down at 90 degrees to the opposite side, and this will become the height. Okay. So let's take an example. A trapezium has its parallel sides at 18 centimeters and 12 centimeters. Okay. Its height is 14 centimeters. Find its area. Can you try to do this? So let this be A, let this be B. So we have the area formula, which is half A plus B into H. A and B are the parallel sides. Remember that. So what will it become? Half of what is A? 18 plus 12 into height, which is 14. So that's half of 13 to 14, which will be equal to, can you work it out and tell me quickly, what is the answer coming to be?
420.
How 420? 15 into 14 is not 420.
No, no.
210,
Yes.
right? So that's how it works. Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Anybody else has a doubt in any of the areas and parameter formulas or concepts about that? So when we say area, what exactly do we mean? It's the bounded area bounded by the circumference or the perimeter. For example, if I have a shape like this, okay, and its area, what will the area be? Whatever space is enclosed within the perimeter of the circle, that is the area, isn't it? So when we talk of an area of a figure like a rectangle or a square, it's this entire area within this. Now coming on from this further, we have something which is called surface area, okay, and even volume. How are these related? I'll just explain it to you. Now, whenever we've been talking of area or we are talking of perimeter, we are talking of two-dimensional polygons or 2D shapes because there are only two dimensions. We have a length or a breadth, we have a height, or we have a base or something like that. When we talk of surface area and volume, we are talking of 3D shapes because there are at least three parameters which are there. For example, if I take a 2D shape in the form of a square, okay, we have a square here, which is side A. Aryan, what was the formula for area of a square?
So side square.
So it was side square. That means we're multiplying the side into A so that we get this entire figure here. Now, if we translate this 2D shape into a 3D shape, what will happen is we will get a figure which is called a cube. A square will become a cube. Okay, so we'll have a figure like this. We'll have a figure here, and we'll have this side here. We have an A here, which is basically the, if we look at it, L into B. So this is A, and we have the height as also A. So we have a length, we have a breadth, and we also have a height. There are three parameters here. Okay, in this case, all are A itself. Okay. So can anybody guess what will be now whenever we look at this? So we have a term which is now called a surface area. What exactly do we mean by surface area? Means it is all the sides faces put together. So we'll have this front face over here. So we have a front face here, its area. We have the face, this side face, its area. Similarly, we have this backside face, its area. This side face over here, this area. Then we have also the bottom face, and we have the face on top. So how many faces are there?
4.
No,
So
no. 4 is on the sides. What about the top and the
So
bottom?
6.
Six are there.
6.
So a cube
Yes, sir.
has 6 faces. And what is the area of each face? If I have a face, the front face here, what is its area? A squared? If this is A. So what will become the surface area of the cube? It will become nothing but 6A squared, where A is the side, or 6 times side squared. Think of it this way. Let me do it in a 3-dimensional form for you. This is the front face. This is the first face. I have this top side here. Second. Then at the same time, I have this bottom face. Third. Then I have one side on the left. Fourth. I have a one on the right. Fifth. And I have one on the behind side, right? On the back side. So this is the sixth face, yeah. Sixth one, I can show it to you probably. It'll be something like this on the back side, right? Are you able to visualize the cube? Everyone, are you able to visualize it? These are important concepts. It's there even till 10th. If you're not able to understand, let me know. I'll explain it again in detail. Anyone? So what is the surface area? It is the combined area of all the faces of the 3D shape. So it is called 6A squared. This is for a area or the total surface area. Another technical term is called total surface area of a cube, which is the 3D shape. So we have the total surface area of a cube, which is 6A squared. Please copy this down. Any doubts, anyone so far? If anyone has any doubt, please raise your hand. Siddhant Garve, is it clear? Sarah Patil, Krishna?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I move ahead? Now we are already talking of the 3D shape called a cube. So this is what the cube looks like in 3D shape. You should be able to draw these diagrams. Okay. So we've already covered the total surface area or the TSA, which is equal to 6A squared, where A is the side. We know all the sides are equal. The base, the length, and the height in a cube are equal, right? Now we have a concept of volume. What exactly is the volume? Can anybody tell me what do you mean when I say something volume? What do I mean by volume? Can anybody help me? Just generally speaking, we've already done this in physics also, in chemistry also. When I talk about volume of something, what does it mean? We've done densities, mass upon
The area
volume.
occupied by a substance or a figure.
The area occupied. Will that be clear? Will that be correct? So then what is the difference between area and volume then? Volume is nothing but amount of space the shape occupies. Instead of saying area, it is saying the measure of the space. How much space does this figure take? Okay. So volume is nothing but the space taken by this. For example, if we are holding a glass, okay, what will be the volume of glass inside the glass? What will be the volume of a glass? If I fill it with water, how much of water will the glass hold? That is its volume, isn't it? Same way, if I have an open box, what is its volume? How amount of matter I can stuff inside this? So the volume is the total space contained inside this figure. Okay. An easy way to remember volume for any kind of a shape is nothing but its area into its height. Okay, this is the basic formula for any kind of volume. Find out its area of the 2D shape and into the height. So if I take a cube, what is the area of a cube? Area of a cube? You know that a cube is derived from a square. So what is the area of a square?
Side square.
Side square, or a square in
Side
this
square.
case, or a square in this case, because we took each side as a. And what is the height in this cube itself? What is the height? In a cube, the height, the breadth, and the length are the same. It's the side itself, right?
A.
So what is a square into a?
So it's
A cube.
A cube.
Right. So what is the volume of a cube?
A cube.
A cube.
Side the whole thing cube.
Right. So either it is side, the whole thing cubed, or a cubed. The unit, remember, will always be a cube unit. For example, if this is in centimeters, then it will be centimeters cubed. Okay, so this will be a cubic unit. Remember this. Whereas surface area is a square unit. This is one important part to remember. It can be meter cubed, it can be centimeter cubed, whatever is given to you. So it will always be in cubes, the volume, whereas surface areas or area will always be a square unit. So is it clear now regarding a cube? How do we find out the total surface area and its volume? Any doubts, anyone? Next year, we'll have something called the lateral surface area also. That is only the 4 sides on the sides, excluding the top and the bottom. That will be called a lateral surface area. We have that next year, not this year. Okay, let's do a quick numerical regarding a cube. Everyone solve this and send me the answer. Okay. Cube of side 8 centimeters is cut into a number find the number of cubes cut from the given cube. Okay, so the question is saying we have a cube of side 8 centimeters. So we had earlier we had one cube whose side was 8 centimeters. This was cut into multiple cubes, each of side 2 centimeters. So we'll have multiple of them. A lot of cubes will be there. How many such cubes will be formed? That's what they're asking you. Each of them will have 2 centimeters. How many of these cubes will we get? Try to figure out what can be done. Quickly try to solve this. So you can imagine that this entire cube, the big cube, is being broken down into smaller pieces like this. Each of them having a cube. So it'll be a 3D figure like this. No, Mohuri, you're just doing 8 divided by 2. That will not be correct, right? Think of it, it's a 3D figure, not a 2D figure. Don't think of it in terms of 2D now. We're doing a 3D one, so it will be like this. I want you to find out the total number of smaller cubes there. Two minutes more. No, the answer is incorrect. Krishna, no, the answer is incorrect. Sarah, incorrect. Sarah Patil, that's wrong. I'll give you a hint. You have to use volume to find this out. Siddhant Garve, what is the question? Siddhant Garve, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Can you tell me what is the question asking you to find out?
Find the number of cubes cut from the given cube.
And what have you given me the answer as?
The total square surface area.
So how is what the question asking you and what you're replying or giving an answer as related? I didn't even ask you surface area. I just gave you how many cubes are required. So it'll be a number. Krishna, that is correct. Last 1 minute, everyone. Come on, everyone. It's a pretty simple question. I've already given you the diagram. Remember now, whenever we're doing mensuration, you need to visualize the problem. Okay, the first step is to visualize it. If you're able to visualize the problem, it becomes easy. Anyone else quickly answer? Siddhant Singhal, unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Tell me, what do we do over here? So when I break up one figure, have you played with Lego before? Or have you ever played with a Rubik's Cube? Where did he go? Sia, unmute yourself. Sia, are you there? I cannot hear you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Have you played with a Rubik's Cube before?
Yes, sir.
So when we have the Rubik's Cube, we have the smaller number of pieces which make up the entire Rubik's Cube,
Yes, sir.
right? So if you see each piece in a Rubik's Cube is a square, is a cube,
Yes.
and then we
Yes.
stack these cubes together to make an entire structure which is 4 by 4, which is 16 pieces across. And similarly, we do it like this, isn't it? So now the entire piece is made up of smaller pieces, whereas each piece has its volume. So to solve this sum, what we will do, we will find the volume of the big cube. What is the formula for volume of a cube? Siddhant Singhal, that is correct. Sia, what is the formula for finding out the volume of
Side
a cube?
cube.
Side cube. What is the side in the big cube?
8 centimeters.
So what's 8 cube?
Um, 512
512, what will be the unit?
centimeters.
No. I told you the volume, in any volume, the unit is a cube.
Centimeter square, sorry.
Centimeter cubed. I said it's a cubed, remember?
Cube.
Understand why? It's 8 centimeters into 8 centimeters into 8 centimeters. So centimeter into centimeter into centimeter will be a centimeter cubed, right? So remember,
Yes,
for
sir.
volume, it'll always be in a cube format. Okay. What is the volume of each smaller cube? Again, side cube. What is the size of each small
2
cube?
cube.
What is 2 cube?
2 centimeters.
Yeah. What is 2 cube?
8.
8 centimeter cube. So what are we doing? We are breaking up this entire 512 centimeter cubed into smaller 8 centimeter cube pieces, right? So how
Yes,
many
sir.
number of pieces will it be?
512 divided by 8.
Yeah, which is?
Just a minute. It's coming to 64.
64. So that's the answer. 64 cubes will be there. Okay. Everyone clear on this? So in mensuration, remember, if you can visualize the formula or what is the question asking you to do, it becomes very, very simple to understand. So this is why until you knew about 2D figures, it was very difficult for you to comprehend and understand 3D shapes. This is why I gave you a brief about 2D, including the parameters, so that when we do examples and questions related to 3D figures, surface area, volume, it'll become very easy for you to visualize. Start getting into the habit of visualizing, start practicing how to make a cube and a cuboid. A cuboid is nothing but a rectangle converted into a cuboid. So when we have a rectangle, which is basically a 2D shape, we have a length and we have a breadth. When I convert this into a 3D shape, okay, and I add a height to it, this converts into a cuboid, okay, which is the 3D shape. And we have to again find the surface area and the volume of a cuboid, similar to what we did in a cube. We will cover this tomorrow. Any doubts, anyone, regarding cube, surface area, and volume? So we covered about cube. What is a cube? What is the total surface area of a cube? And what is the volume of a cube? Any doubts or any questions, anyone? If any concept is not clear, please ask me now itself. Otherwise, I will presume that you are clear on everything. Okay, we'll just take a break for 5 minutes and we'll continue with science.